Look at yourself right now. Not the face in the mirror, not the reflection you show the world, but the quiet voice inside your head. That voice haunted by hesitation, drowning in doubt, paralyzed by what-ifs and the need for approval. You don't need me to tell you the truth, you feel it. That restless ache beneath your skin telling you you're small. That suffocating grip of uncertainty whispering you're not enough. You try to silence it with distractions, with the approval of others, with 1,000 reasons why today isn't the day. But the cruelest irony? While you shrink within yourself, someone, anyone, who looks even a little more certain, takes what could have been yours. That job, that opportunity, that respect, that place at the table. Because confidence, real dangerous confidence, is not a gift given. It's a weapon wielded. This isn't a pep talk. It's a reckoning. Histories are cluttered with men who seized power not because they were the strongest or the smartest, but because they believed. Machiavelli told us centuries ago, in the courts where kings and queens played deadly games of influence, that power belongs to the bold. Not the perfect, not the prepared, the bold. But what does it actually mean to be bold, to be untouchable, to wear confidence like armor? To kill the weak version of yourself, the one waiting on permission, crawling for approval, and replace it with a presence that shifts the air in the room? Let's strip it down. The servant within, a prison forged by fear. You weren't born timid. No infant wonders if their words are worth hearing. No child measures their worth by likes or praise. Your hesitation is learned, conditioned, repeated. Think about Nietzsche's concept of the herd mentality, how society molds individuals to obey, to please, to blend in. The voice in your head that apologizes before you speak, that questions every move, that fears judgment, this is not you. It is the servant ingrained by a world that rewards compliance and punishes rebellion. You've been programmed to shrink because the powerful don't want you to grow. The first brutal truth, this inner servant must be killed. Or at least drowned beneath a new identity. The Machiavellian shift from servant to ruler. Machiavelli's brilliance was not just in tactics but in mindset. He taught that the appearance of certainty is power. The bold don't seek permission, they take what they want. Imagine this, a man walks into a room silent, eyes steady, posture commanding without arrogance. No words wasted on flattery or explanation. His presence alone says, I belong here. Power begins before the first word is spoken. It's in how you carry yourself when no one is looking, how your mind remains a locked fortress no one can breach. This is why he said, the wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Acting before you feel ready means you defeat hesitation with motion. When you speak, speak like a decree. When you enter, move as though the room reshapes itself for you. The poison of softness, why nice men get used. Here's an uncomfortable truth, the world values strength over niceness. Kindness is beautiful, but submission is a tool for others. Nietzsche argued that slave morality, the morality of the weak, glorifies meekness, but power is forged from ruthlessness, precision, and calculated action. If your voice sounds like a question, if your words tremble for approval, you've already lost. Sound like the end, not the beginning. Speak in ways that demand obedience, not by force of volume but by the gravity of certainty. The invisible war, mastering yourself to master the world. You see, real power is the war no one talks about, the war inside you. You can master posture, tone, speech, but if your emotions still sway at every insult, every critique, you're vulnerable. The powerful don't react, they calculate. Every insult is data, every compliment a clue, every silence a weapon. Bonhoeffer warned of dependency and emotional chains disguised as affection. If your peace depends on others' opinions, you are not free. You are a marionette. True freedom is when you own your mind, a fortress where no one can plant fear or doubt. The alchemy of rejection, turning pain into power. Rejection feels like fire melting your resolve. But Machiavelli knew, rejection isn't personal. It's positional. It reveals who values you and who views you as dispensable. When they say no, it is they who lost. Because now you possess clarity others lack. You know where your power falters and where it must burn hotter. Instead of panicking, vanish. Their craving for your presence is your leverage. Absence makes your worth loud. Rewrite the narrative. You weren't rejected, you self-selected out of a game too small. This is strategy, not surrender. The quiet command, why silence is the loudest power. In the end, power isn't shown with noise, but silence. The ruler's words are few but final, like a judge's hammer striking the bench. Speak often and they decode. Speak less and they wonder. Silence dares the world to challenge you, and most won't. The ultimate confidence is not in seeking to be heard, but in creating spaces where your absence is felt as an earthquake. The identity rewiring, becoming unshakable. This transformation, this rebirth is more than behavior or posture, it is identity. You become a man who does not flinch at judgment, who does not respond to provocation, who is unreachable emotionally, not robotic, but deliberate. You feel anger, doubt, fear, but you choose your response. Emotional fuel becomes power. No one controls you anymore, because you belong to no one. The world doesn't crave your approval, so why seek theirs? The final reckoning, you are the standard. When you walk in, you don't seek acceptance. You set the standard. You don't fight to belong. You own the space. Nietzsche said, become who you are. Not a reflection of others' desires, but an unbreakable force that tunnels through doubt, criticism, and fear. The child afraid of rejection inside you is dead. From the ashes you rise not just confident, but untouchable. So here's the question no one ever asks you. Will you kill the servant inside and awaken the ruler? Will you stop waiting and start moving? Will you stop fearing rejection and start wielding it? If the answer is yes, then begin today. The moment of hesitation will never come again. Because power is not given. It is taken. And it is yours for the taking. You become a legend not by noise or fame, but by ruthless clarity and silent dominance. Not by seeking to be known, but by becoming a force the world cannot ignore. This is the power no one warned you about. And now it's yours. Credits, written by your name or channel name, inspired by Machiavelli, Nietzsche, and Bonhoeffer.